can't describe. Could this be your love, or could this be your love, or
What's up, my beautiful sisters in Christ? I haven't said that term in a very long time. But what's up, y'all? I am so excited to come on here and see you guys. I know it's been a minute, but we'll get to that at a later date. This season is for the new. This season is for the new. Whenever I was talking to God earlier, he had a special message just for you. God has us entering into the new, not just for the new year, but he has us entering into a new season. And the year has nothing to do with it. Today just marks the new date of the year 2023. But for some of us, I wasn't gonna say all, but for some of us, God has us entering into new territories. For this new season, you are going to need new ears. You are going to need new eyes. You are going to need a new perspective. I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna share a little bit. So in the year of 2022, God completely changed things around. It was a complete 180 for me. Whenever I was at the beginning of the year of 2022, of last year, I wasn't really focused. I was not focused whatsoever. I was not truly concerned with what he had called for me to do. I was so concerned about romance. I was concerned about my financials, we'll just say that. I was concerned about that. I was concerned about my career. Although I am still concerned about those things, he completely turned it around. He completely shifted things for me. So in the last year, I've gone to therapy, and you guys have seen a lot of this. I had to go to therapy to get some things in me together. How can I explain this? So in the year of 2022, God had to set the foundation. He truly had to set the foundation, and he had to give me a new perspective so that I could not come into this new season unfocused and unprepared. I don't know what God has in the year of 2023, but I know that it is going to be mind-blowing for each of us. And the thing about it is that whenever I say mind-blowing, I'm not saying it's gonna be all glamorous. It's gonna be just great in all eyes. But there might be some times in 2023 that you might cry. There's some times in 2023 that you might question what God is doing. But the most important thing is to just keep moving forward, to keep going with what he's called for you to do. There are some times that we can be a little insecure about what God is doing in our lives because we are looking at everybody else's lane. This new season is not for that. This new season is for you to focus. This new season is for you to stay in your own lane and perfect what he has for you and not for others. What does that look like, staying in your own lane and not paying attention to others? Don't do what you are doing. Don't apply for a certain job that you want because you think it'll look good to other people. Don't move into that house or to that apartment just because you think it's gonna look good to other people. Don't marry that person because you think it's gonna look good to other people. Don't go to therapy because you think it's gonna look good to other people. Do it for what God is calling you to do. Do it for you. Do it for your peace of mind. Do it for God's will, and follow God's will. Follow God's will in everything that you do. Because that's truly what God has taught me during this year. Whatever you do, whenever you're in God's will, you will have peace. Whenever you are obedient to God and you are obedient to what he is calling you to do, then you will have peace, and come what may. All right. And just to be vulnerable, in the year of 2022, I lost my job. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I didn't know how I was gonna pay my bills, but all of them got paid. I did not go hungry. I got my car. I still have my home. And God has given me new friendships like never before. like never before. And there were so many times where I did question what he was doing. I was so confused, but at the same time, because I was in his will, I knew that he would supply all of my need. I knew that he would. And so I just encourage you in this new season of your life, shift your perspective. Shift your perspective. Have an attitude of gratitude. And that's on SpongeBob SquarePants. Have a good attitude. Be grateful for what you have, even for what God is going to give you that you already know about. Be grateful for that, because God, I truly believe that this, and I'm talking to myself now, just to put y'all in my business a little bit. This is a season of preparation for the new. This is a season of preparation. So right now, you got to get your mind together. Right now, you got to prepare. I don't know what you need to save for. I don't know what you need to focus on or study about. But now is the time to truly move forward. Now is the time to put action with your faith. Now is that time. So as we go into this new season, as we've stepped over into this new season, focus. In the year of 2022, there were a lot of things that God needed me to do in order to get me where he has me going in the year of 2023. So last year, I did a lot of crying. I did a lot of praying. There were times where I had to sit at home alone. There were a lot of times that I had to go out to eat alone. There were holidays that I did spend by myself just because I didn't want anything to taint what God was doing with me. There were a lot of times where I wanted to hang out with people and I couldn't. There were many people that I wanted to reach out to, but I couldn't do it. And there were also people that I had to let go of in my life just because of where God is taking me. And I also had to break the mold of what I always wanted for myself. Because as I go into the year of 2023, I don't know what it holds for me. Because in the year of 2022, I had to realize that my life, my future, and everything that consists in it, it's not my own. When I said yes to God, I said yes to his will. And my 2022 might look like what this next year will be for you. This year, you might have to cry. This year, you might lose someone. You don't know what will happen. This year, you might lose your job. This year, you might lose a family member. But just remember that your future is not your own. That also remember that God is with you throughout all of this. So I don't know who's watching this, who's ever felt alone, but just know that God is definitely with you. And he's already guided your steps. He's already holding on to you. And he hasn't let go, and he won't. So come what may, stick by his side. Come what may, remember who you are. Come what may, remember whose you are. And don't ever let go of his hand. Don't ever stop praying. Don't stop reading your word, because it will be better. There is an after this. So I hope all of you have an amazing day. I hope you all had a great new year. And I pray that you all have had a change of perspective. Y'all have a glorious day.
This is real.